guys. Promise you guys I'll be go live today, and we are live. We are live. It's 2:07, and so that I go between 1 and 2. So we here met a couple people yesterday, new subscribers that you know subscribe to the podcast. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate everyone that's supporting the platform, man. We're thanking everyone for yesterday. We made our goal, man. We made our goal yesterday. We made 1,300 subscribers, and right now we have 1,302 subscribers because we have video out there. That video is circulating to the YouTube analytic, and people watching our video. We thank everyone that's supporting the platform. Thank you very much. And if it's your first time, make sure you press like, share, and subscribe, guys. And also make sure you press the notification bell. So when I do put up a video, you get all the latest video. And I thank everyone for coming on YARDCHAT Sunday Live, the Vibes Sunday Show. You know what I mean? We're just gonna wait for some people to log in. And that was my introductory, guys. That was my introductory. Wait for everyone to log in. Thank everyone for coming on. Who's gonna come on today? Shout out. I met some people yesterday, some good people, man. Good people yesterday that came into the chat. And they asked when I'm going to come back on. I said I'll be come back on today between 1 and 2. And we are here today. So shout out to everyone. Thank you. Appreciate it. And, we're just going with the thing today, guys. How's everyone doing? You know what I mean? How's everyone doing out there in YouTube world? The YouTube world. Man, we're going to speak about deportation today. Man, we're going to speak about deportation. I did a video. You know what I mean? I did a video, and I put it up this morning. The video is there. I did a video about MMA. We call it coach. He's been detained, and it wasn't a good sight. You know what I mean? It wasn't, and it's good for that to happen because ICE detained this man, and I think he also got deported. He was from Australia, but he's saying that he came here. It was a seminar training that he's supposed to go to, and I don't even think he made it, guys. I don't think he made it. And Trump administration, guys, it's a lot of mistakes that are being made. A lot of mistakes, especially when it come down to this administration, when it come down to deportation. And it was just last a couple 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, March 15, we had a person that lived in Maryland. He was sent back to El Salvador prison by mistake. The judge this week ordered this man to return to the United States. But it seemed to me that these people are dragging it. The El Salvador government talking about we don't have no jurisdiction for this man because he was turned over to us. He's in our custody. But if someone is wrongful in your custody, what you let them go. They don't belong there. So why are you trying to keep someone that don't belong there? Let the man go. The man should be back in the United States. So now the judge reinforced it and said, listen, this man need to come back to the United States. So I don't know how that's going to happen, but they need to work on it. They need to work on it, guys. So, deportation, man, people are in a very tight bind. People are in a bind, with this new immigration deportation. And, we just wait for some people to log in, guys, before I get deep into my conversation. Yes, guys, wait for some people to log in. Wait for some people to log into the chat this morning. And just wait for some people. Thank you for the like. I see one person coming into the chat. We just 4 minutes and 17 seconds in the live. So we just got into the live. Just went live, guys. We just went live. So this morning we're gonna have a talk about deportation, guys, and it's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. A lot of people are getting rubbed the wrong way. We've seen over this period of say about a month, there've been 2 big mistakes that I'm aware of. And I'm sure there are probably way more mistakes not being reported that people who are not in a position. Good morning, Lacey. Good morning. How you doing? People who are not in a position to, get a lawyer or not famous to make a big stink. So yesterday we had a MMA trainer, Rentina, robust, um, came from Australia. He got stopped at the border with immigration. Immigration said there was something about this man's visa, which was not true. He, you know, got detained, arrested. They said that he got handcuffed, put in a car. Good morning, Kayla, and went to isolation jail or where ICE, and he said he was there, and next you know he was arrested, and he went to a federal prison. People, he said it was horrible, horrible, horrible. The conditions are bad. People are fighting. People, he also had to get into. Listen, this man is an MMA fighter, and your MMA fighter, he know how to defend himself. So he had to do what he had to do, and a mistake. How many mistakes must we make before something's being corrected? Because we have one young man living in Maryland, a father, 29 years old, a father, a husband. He's also got deported to El Salvador prison on March 15th. The judge released a statement in the court and said they need to bring this man back ASAP. Trump administration is trying to fight it. What are you trying to fight? To prove what? What are you trying to fight? To prove what? This man, the judge said they need to go get this man. They need to bring him back to the court, to the United States. So those are the mistakes that people are not really looking into, the mistakes. Some of these mistakes could be deadly. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, they could turn out to be deadly because when you have a person that's in El Salvador jail, and they say that is one of the toughest jail on this earth. It's rough, guys. It's rough. And this guy's saying, who got arrested yesterday, the MMA coach coming from Australia, he's saying when he finally got to the place, man, he said the mattress they gave him, it was blood, it was urine, it was disgusting. And he said when he, you know, I think where he went to, then he came back, there was guys going through his things, trying to take his pillow and blanket. And he said, hey, what are you doing? Those are my stuff. And the guy said, what are you going to do about it? He said, what I'm going to do about it, let me remind you guys, this is the MMA trained guy that know how to hurt people. I know it didn't go well for those people, two person in there, those two guys. I know he did what he had to do. But the problem is, too many mistakes are being made, and sooner or later, guy, it's going to be deadly. People will sue the government if someone. Listen, these are big time lawsuit, guys. Big time lawsuit because the people who behind Trump administration are not taking the time out to do the proper paperwork and have these people document. You don't go pick up people then later figure it out. No, you supposed to make sure you do your homework, and unless if somebody is coming to the country or whatever it is, but they need to do more, you know, they need to be more consistent with the paperwork and documentation, because you cannot tell me you putting people going to El Salvador in a jail. They're supposed to have no record, and they're getting deported, getting torn away from their family, and you go and put in a prison in El Salvador where your life is in jeopardy every minute. And what if this man loses his life there? What are you going to tell this man's family? Oh, we apologize. We're sorry. It was a mistake. No. If you know you make a mistake, you're supposed to go correct that mistake immediately to go get this man. That's what you need to do. And too many mistakes under the Trump administration are being made when it comes down to deportation and immigration law. No one is fully 100% American. No one is here. No one is here, guys. And this country, sooner or later, our freedom going to be taken away. I believe our freedom will be taken away. There's no such thing as free speech no more. We think we have it, but when you look at it, guys, people are making rules and regulation for this country, and if you're not going to go by these rules, you will be dealt with. Just like what are they going to do to correct this mistake? That's what I want to know. What are United States? All they're talking about deport, 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 but they're not talking about mistakes that are being made. People are getting kicked out the country or deported out the country, and no one is doing diligent research on these people. No one. No one. How can you have a system that do not recognize when people come here the right way with the proper documentation? You getting caught up at the border and getting deported, detained, arrested, getting treated like a criminal. And some of these people are not doing the proper diligence before this paperwork. That's why you have there's two, probably more mistakes been made. Two mistakes in the last month that I'm aware of. The man in Maryland, he had a case with the judge, and the judge ruled that this man can never go back to his country because due to the safety and concern of this man's life. So how come United States Trump administration didn't see those papers in the system? How come nobody's taking the time out to look at documentation in the paper when they're deporting people? Why should I come now? Oh, we make a mistake. Why your guys are not double checking, triple checking, make sure you're doing the proper paperwork that is accurate and is up to date. So just like this MMA guy, Rentino, he's saying, man, he tell these people everything detail by detail. He's coming to the country. He's an MMA coach, and he's for a seminar. Apparently, nobody believed this man because if they would have believed him, not saying to believe him, but you cannot say we're going to hold you and check if everything is okay. No, that's wrong. That is wrong, guys. That is called profiling, and that's what these people do. If you from a dark complexion or consider brown, dark brown, or some Black American, they put you on a scale. You are being profiled when you walk to this airport, when you're on the street, you're being profiled. And that's how these people all manage to get all of these people. They are profiling people. Are you hearing anyone from France, from Europe, from Germany being deported? No, rarely, guys, rarely. It's only from Black countries or Black Caribbean islands. Keep it real. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person to speak about color, but I'm just speaking for what I see, what is good, for what we're witnessing now, guys. And a lot of people are not being honest with themselves, especially American people. They are not being honest with themselves because their family came here from somewhere, either from Germany, from Ireland, from the UK, from Russia. We know all of these people came to the United States. Some people came here illegally. We know a lot of Irish came here illegally. We know a lot of Jews came here illegally. We know that, guys. We know that. And some of these, whoever came illegally, they probably die out, and their family, their ancestors, generation are here. Yes, they're 100% American. They're born here. But how did they got here? They got here through someone sneaking to a plane, on a boat, or whatever it is. They came here for what? For a better opportunity to make themselves better, an opportunity for their family. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Hey, this is Oakley from yesterday. I know. Big up, man. I appreciate you coming back. Oakley. Yeah. I appreciate it. So this morning we're speaking about immigration and deportation. You know what I mean? Because I believe there's too many mistakes that are being made when it comes down under the Trump Deportation Act. Um, yes, I know there's some people need to be deported. I understand that, but look what YARDCHAT is saying. Hear what Wesley is saying. What I'm saying is too many mistakes are being made. Too many mistakes. Too many mistakes, and it's not going to end good with all these mistakes because the way how ICE is operating, like everyone is under suspicion. You walk on the street, you don't know. You know what I mean? And it's sad for people and the sad thing about for people who came here the right way, the people family that went through immigration and did the paperwork and come here. You trying to tell me those people are not worthy to be to stay in this country. You're going to deport them. So what happened to all the Asian that came here illegally? What happened to all the people from Irish? What happened to all the Italian that came here illegally? You need to go do your proper, and what I'm coming to, it seemed to me that the United States under Trump, they are not doing officially paperwork. Because there is no reason why people are being deported outside the country. There's no reason why people are being deported or not, and miss getting the wrong information. How can you deport someone out of this country who came here the right way, don't have no record, but you want to deport them? Then you make a mistake, and when you find out you make a mistake, you don't want to correct it. They have to go all the way to the judge, to the Supreme Court, to say, listen, you need to bring this man back. The same way you brought him there, the same way you bring him back. Then you have this El Salvador government talking about he's not in American custody anymore, he's in our custody, giving them a hard time. The man do not belong there. He don't belong there. He don't belong there. And so I'm worried, guys. I'm worried about for some of my friends. I'm worried for some of my friends that did came here the right way. But to what I'm hearing a lot of people who did not born here are getting caught up in being deported, even they don't have no record, guys. You know what I mean? We all need to start to worry. I'm worried, guy. I'm worried for family members, friends, associates. I'm worried for those people because these people work hard. And for anyone to get deported out of this country at the age 40, 50, 60 or older that didn't spend one day in their country and move back there. And listen, there's another thing, because I knew a person that was in a predicament years ago. I used to work with this person, and I think they was from Belize or one of them islands, or what, St. Vincent, whatever. The parents came here with this young child. Number one, the child was not born here. The parents came here and never went back. But you left the child in a bad situation. Now years and years pass, and to my knowledge, that person wasn't even speaking to their parents no more. He wasn't. And the parents, now he was a grown man in his 20s, grown man, and he didn't have his documents, guys. Who you can't blame the kid. You cannot, and you cannot blame a kid like that, because he didn't have no say so, no control. His parents decide his destiny. Was it a good destiny? No, because you came in this country, you ran off, but the child that you brought here didn't have no papers. Yes, the child went to school, did all of that, but the child was not here legal. So you left that child in a very vulnerable position. And was he the only one that in that? No, there's probably thousand, probably hundred, probably millions of people in that same predicament. That family came here, bring the child, never went back. Now years passed, the child went to school, all of that, because back then there wasn't asking all those questions. And now you have a grown man don't have no type of documentation that he belongs in this country. Is it his fault? No, it's not his fault. Who you blame? His parents. And sometimes our parents make stupid mistake because in the name of for a better life for their family, for their kids. Yes, you call America. What America give people? Opportunity. Opportunity that most likely you probably would never get that opportunity in your country, because we know when you come from a country outside United States, or they want to put you in a category or third world country. I don't know why they say that, but but what I'm saying is this: we all born and come into this world. We don't own nothing. We don't own nothing in this world, because we all came here and we it was here. But one thing I learned with human, we get very attached to things, especially if you're there for a while. You want to say it's yours, you claim it. No, this is the way we've been doing it. But we all know that we came here to a foreign land. What if those people that say, by the way, you're not, it wasn't called America back then, whatever it was, but you don't belong here. I need you guys to leave. Why we didn't leave? We invade another country and took it over. That's American history. We invade another country and took it over because we wanted to see the New World Order. That's what it was. So now America, forgetting where America came from. America didn't pop up by itself. People actually had to sacrifice their life for America to be like this. And all of these people that sacrificed their life, none of them was say American. There was blacks, white, Asian that contribute, Mexican contribute. Every person contribute to the United States to make America how it is today. Trump wife, she's not American. So all of these big time designers that make all these design in America, what if they say, oh, you know what? Since America don't want to see it, we're going to leave. What if all these big time companies say, oh, we're going to leave America? No, we don't want to do business here. We want to leave. We want to take our belongings and we want to leave the country. Yes, word could change, and word change things, and I need the Trump administration to acknowledge what they're doing. They need, like I said, they just need to sit back, take a step, not even two steps, just take a step back and realize how they're doing things. It's not appropriate. It's not. It's not. These people don't have no tolerance for nothing. The MMA guy said when they arrested him, they just pick him up. He was one. They didn't tell him no explanation where he's going. Nothing. Boom, 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 boom. And I know for a fact Dana White probably speak to President Trump. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact, but I have a hunch because they are very good friends. Okay, and I have a feeling Dana White probably called Trump and say, "What are you guys doing? You made a mistake again." This guy's coming in. This guy's famous. He's known. He's an MMA coach from Australia. So you know, what I mean, this is where we at, guys. This is where we at in America today. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for America, the opportunity that it give us, but man, to live in America now, people, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough because no one is safe. You think you're safe, but no one is safe. You know what I mean? We don't know how things going to end up. You know, you could be here today and you could be in a cell. Just like the guy said, oh, you know what I mean? I wind up coming for a seminar and I wind up being in a cell. I mean, it's too many mistakes, man. Too many mistakes. Too many mistakes. Too many mistakes. And the mistakes that being made is just simple. People are not doing homework. That's what it is. No one is doing the proper homework. There should be no two mistakes less than 2 months deporting someone wrongfully. So who's taking the time out to do this paperwork behind the scenes? Who's doing the paperwork? Because I cannot see if Trump administration doing the proper paperwork and so many people are being deported mistakenly. How many people has been deported and we don't know about it because they're not in the public eye to say. So how many people are being deported that we don't even know of wrongfully? Probably 100 and probably 1,000 people because they're deporting 1,000 of people, and out of the 1,000 people, or all of those people are saying guilty or what? Some are and some are not. Some are probably a mistake, error that made. Just like when they didn't know, they didn't even know what was wrong with the MMA guy. They're talking about, oh, something with the visa. What's wrong with the visa? Why your system is not up to date with the proper up to date information? If I have paper and it's not in the system, I'm telling you, listen, that's wrong. They, they need to update the system, immigration system. It need to be better service than that, because I cannot see how people are being deported wrongfully. That means someone is not taking the time to do their work. That's what I feel about it. Someone in the Trump administration are not doing their work properly, because I cannot come to grips with how in the space of 1 month, two mistakenly individual being deported, who deported to El Salvador. It's crazy, guys. Do you know how dangerous that prison is? It's dangerous in there. And the first day the man went, they had to fight because they wanted to take his stuff. So he had to defend himself. Imagine doing that every day. How long you think you could continue in that type of environment before it start to get to you? You start to, before you react. And when people in a predicament, man, and they don't have no other choice, people, well, you got to fight your way out. You have to fight your way, and it's probably not going to end well because you are desperate at this point. And I won't say that we are desperate at this point, but we need to be more, you know, respectful when it comes down to this immigration thing, because it's a very touchy subject. Because a lot of people are getting deported, and they don't need to be deported, guys. That's the problem. You know, if you have a system and the system cannot read the proper documentation in the system, that means the system is flawed. If you are going through immigration and I can't see what you see, you saying something over here, something saying different over here, something is wrong. Why, when they scan these people document, it's not showing the system properly? Why is that? That's the question? Why is that? If I take my time to go through immigration, get the proper do the proper paperwork, get permission to leave their country to travel abroad, and you come to the border, they're going to tell you your document is not good. What is that? Why is there why your document cannot be good if we on the same system? So I come to the understanding people are not documenting when people write in the system. That's the problem. Someone, whoever documents, someone didn't do it right, guys. That's the only conclusion I come down with. Because I cannot see if all the immigration papers supposed to be A, line up in A, and I go through immigration. I have my papers for weeks now, months now, and I say, you know what, I'm going to travel. And when I decide to travel, there is some red flag with my paper. You're not seeing, the proper document in in the system. That's not my fault. Then the system need to be updated. Everyone should be on A. I should not have A, and when I go there, A is not working. I should C. No. So how I know what to do? How would you know how to treat people if you're not getting the proper information? That's the problem. Immigration, the documentation, people, it need to be much better than that. We are in the year 2025 where America have all the technology in the world, but fail to use it when it's necessary to use it. Why people are not seeing the same information when it comes to immigration? Why is that? If I'm going through Florida, and if I'm going through Mexico, I'm going through California, I'm come outside the United States, it should say the same system is a one system. It shouldn't be, oh, one system here. No, people, come on. And that's why, people are being deported outside the country and mistake, because America do not have the up-to-date immigration policy. Too many people don't have the proper information. One person over here have A, next person have B, C, D. No one is on the same page. That's the problem. No one is on the same page when it comes down to immigration. That's sad. That is sad, guys. You know what I mean? Thank you for the likes, man. Today I have on the green. I have on the green hat today, man. I have on the green and black. See, I have my little green shirt in here. You know what I mean? I have my little green shirt and my little hoodie. You know what I mean? And I that's how it is, man. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how I, I show the hats when I come on. You know what I mean? Show the hats so people could, this one is nice, man. I like this one. You know what I mean? They're comfortable hats. You know what I mean? They're very comfortable, very comfortable, very comfortable. You know what I mean? So how you doing today, man? How you doing today, Oakley? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming back, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. I have all the effects here. This one here. This one is like, and I have this one here. The slap. And I have this one here. This one is a, yeah. So you know what I mean? I have all different type of effect. All different type of effect. Yeah. So you know what I mean? That's how it is, man. So how was your night, man? How was your day? You know what I mean? It's 2:22. I mean, guys, I appreciate everyone that subscribed, man. We met our goal yesterday. Wow, man, that was beautiful, man. So far we have 1,302 subscribers. We made our 1,300, and we just appreciate everyone that subscribed. And I appreciate Oakley for your subscribe, man, and tell your friends thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you. Appreciate all your friends that will subscribe to the platform. Like I said, you know what I mean, it's not say it's a new platform, but it's basically kind of new. You know what I mean? But we just going with the flow of things. Today's Sunday, just going with the Sunday vibes. It's kind of cool outside, man. Friday was nice, but today, man, yesterday, Saturday, it wasn't that much. It was a little bit rain today. I mean, and I appreciate it, man. So all the people in the chat, guys, I have over 6 people. Make sure you press the like button, guys. Let's try to go up to 10 likes today, guys. I'm going to be on for a little bit. Not all day, but I'll be on for a little bit. It's early, yesterday I when I log off, it was a very, very good live show yesterday. So so we just thank everyone that keeps supporting our platform, guys. Like I said, the hats, if you need a hat, the email is there. YARDCHAT promotion at gmail.com. Follow me also on TikTok. Follow me also on Instagram, guys. I keep telling people I want all the platform to merge because YouTube is my number one platform. But we're trying to get all the platform merged together so we could all the platform could grow. So you know what I mean. So today we're just talking about the deportation. We had an MMA guy that coming from Australia. He was stopped by ICE at the border, and they said this man, there was something with his paperwork, but he said all his paperwork is legit. But man, these people pick and choose who they want to pick on. That's the only, because I cannot understand how immigration do not have all the latest update on people when they're traveling, especially when people, you know, in the system, but everything is not documented. How one person could see it, the next person can't see it? So that means someone is doing something wrong. The system is not up to date. They need to make sure, INS system, ICE, this is up to date, up to date, up to date, up to date. So when I check a name in the system, it's going to show me the same thing. It's not going to tell me something different. No, you're supposed to say the same thing so everyone is on the same page, so there's no problem. But yeah, yesterday episode was nice, man. We had a good yesterday episode was nice. We just going with the flow yesterday. We just going with the flow yesterday. It was nice. I try to keep it real, man. Keep it real conversation. Even sometimes when I come here, I start talking. No one's in the chat, but it's not say you want people to view your video, but listen. I just keep it real, man. People will come back later on and watch it. Yeah, they're missing out. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's this channel, man. It's very informative. I speak about things that people, people, the podcasters out there, they think everything is not a joke, man. You know what I mean? People don't understand what you say impact people. What you say, what you do impact people. You know what I mean? And just like with this immigration and deportation, it's affecting a lot of people. You hear stories, man. You hear stories. People are getting ripped away from their family, put into federal prison, and according to, you know, the MMA coach, he's saying, man, that place is horrible, guys. People are fighting for food. People are fighting for supply. You know what I mean? Also, he also had to get into, some type of, you know, fight with inmates trying to take his stuff. But we all know this man is an MMA trainer, so it's not like, he's not a pushover. No one, he's not a pushover, guys. But you know what I mean, man. Let me tell you something, guys. Federal joint is saying it was horrible in there. It said people fighting over food, what show to watch. You know what I mean? He said it's bad. It's you have to watch your back in there, man. You know what I mean? You gotta have eyes in the back of your head because they have everyone. Everyone is there. It doesn't matter if you're a gang leader or whatever it is. Everyone is just in there waiting to be deported, or waiting for a judge, or waiting for a trial. Listen, let me tell you something. According to how things going right now, if you get caught with ICE, get swooped up with ICE, you're not going to see a lawyer. You're not you're going straight to deportation status. And and the thing about it, I believe that I believe I mean it's double because America preached that you are innocent until proven guilty. But when it comes down to this immigration here, they assume that you are guilty. They're treating you like a criminal off the bat. Now you're gonna have to prove you're innocent. You're gonna be detained, you're gonna be locked up, but you're gonna have to prove to us that, yeah, man, it's hard right now. I'm selling braces so I can money and do for the home. Yeah, man, that's another thing to homeless, man. Oh man, the homeless situation in America is bad. Here in New York, man, it's bad. It's bad in New York. The homeless situation is bad. California and I think San Diego or San Francisco, the homeless is bad. It's bad. People, it's bad on Staten Island. It's bad, man. The homeless people is everywhere, especially when you go down to the ferry. So these are the things that I believe the country need to be spending a little more time with to come up with solution. Homeless, and we spend so much money abroad, especially when it comes down to the Ukraine war. People, everyone deserve opportunity, but in the Ukraine, people, they're spending billions of dollars, probably trillions of dollars, man, trillions of dollars going to a country that these people, they don't want to help themselves. That's the way I look at it, because you want help from other people. We give you the help, but what are you doing for yourself to make yourself better? People saying this man over there, he's a dictator. I don't know, guys. I never, I know the history of Russia and things like that, but these leaders, man, they very manipulative. They double talk. They would say A, and when it's closed door, they say B. It's a mess. You have to stay on top of your game, man. You have to stay on top of your game, guys. You have to stay on top of your game, especially, you know what I mean? And that's another thing where I see the homeless situation, man. They're building so many buildings on Staten Island, and I don't know, man. I just don't know. And there's a lot of buildings that's there, excuse me, on Staten Island, they're vacant. they're vacant. You have this one place called Project Hospitality. They owe up everything, man. They what I mean, my brother worked for them, you know what I mean? My brother worked in housing where, they have to go and in the maintenance have to, to clean out the apartment and put up the new, like the new cabinets and things like that, go in the kitchen, they make sure to maintain all their houses, hundred, probably thousand. They're building up all these, places in Staten Island, Project Hospitality. It's money, guys. It's money. And these organizations are we call it tax exempt, what I mean? And I'm not saying that it's all doing good. There always room for improvement, always room for better and improvement. Um, but as far as them helping people, yeah, they help. What I mean, I see they help because they help people with HIV, homelessness, things like that. But man, people, homeless is so overwhelming, especially on Staten Island. I mean, and they have like a we call it like a process center. Let me tell you one guy. Let me tell you. So I went down there. Remember I told you guys yesterday I work in social service. Yeah, go ahead, man. It's cool. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, in Atlanta you see about 10 people homeless in 10. Yeah, it's okay, man. I appreciate it. If you come back, you come back. You know what I mean? I'm still there. So go do what you have to do, man. You have to do your chores, man. Go do your chores. Feed your horse. You have a horse? Wow, you have a horse? Wow, man. That's nice. That's nice. So yeah, so yeah, they built up a lot of places on Staten Island, man. So let me tell you the story. So I went there. I went there a couple of years ago, for a job interview. To work as I think it was assistant manager. And guys, let me tell you something. I went there and I went to the main office on Central for for the job. Went there, met the guy, the director. I met the manager because they want me to be the assistant manager. I went there, director to speaking, and it's okay. And they showed me around the place. Guys, thank God I didn't take that job. People, oh my God. So when I think it's like 10 floors or whatever. It's mostly like women's shelter with kids, because they have the capability to have kids there as well. I think you have like 9 floors or whatever, how many floors, but it was more than five. Oh my God. So the guy showed me around. So I walk upstairs, he showed me around. People, I could not breathe. You're telling these people they cannot, it's a smoke free building, they have to go outside. People, it seemed to me the further I went up, oh, you're back? Thank you. It seemed to me the further I went up, people, I could not breathe. The cigarette smoke was, you could actually see the cloud, the smoke in the building. So the guy was, yeah, they know they don't supposed to smoke, but they smoke and blah blah blah. I'm like, so that's a fire hazard right there. See, to me, right off the bat, that's a fire hazard right there. And I'm, the people in there, I cried, man. The people in there seemed like they didn't care. It's like it was horrible, man. Horrible experience. And you seen the kids walk in the hallway and the cigarette smoke. I'm like, these people don't have no idea. They don't care about nothing. All they want to attend to their immediate needs. They don't care about nobody else. So I'm there. I'm like, my God. So the guy was telling me, oh, if you get into trouble, what I mean, you got to call 911 and this and that. I'm like, oh my God. I said, I can't. I'm saying to myself, I can't do this. No, no. I'm not going to take a job where you have to speak to grown people like their kids. I don't. I am not going to babysit grown adults. If you're not a special need individual or you have some medical things going on or you're sick, understood that 100%. But I am not going to oversee grown adults that don't have no respect for themselves, want to fight with you when they're in the wrong. So I'm telling the guy, I look at the guy. Matter of fact, people, I didn't even reply back. I even answer the guy back. I think he know. He knew. He knew. I think I'm like, and you talking about defiant, you talking about people cursing, there's kids there. It was horrible, 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 horrible experience. And I never went back and I never replied back to that guy. I know that was rude, but guys, I could not. So this is what I'm talking about. People do has fast job. Um, you know, and the shift that I was going to work was 3 to 11, and that shift 3 to 11 is one of the challenging shift when you work, because when I work in the facility with children, also work with kids too with special, not the special needs, but kids in the system with ACS, or depends where you at with child administration. I used to work with, and man, people. hmm, it was a good lesson, man. It's a good life experience, and all I know is that you know when you have a child that came into the program that didn't have no type of upbringing, no type of respect for others, no, nothing, the filing, the cursing, all the other stuff that I had to go through, taking kids to appointment, that I feel that it was very wrong, but I could not speak upon it because once you go in these facilities, you sign these documents that, once you work, you honor their policies, this and that. And I had to keep my mouth shut, guys. But man, I couldn't take it no more. It would people the things that I experienced, I can't even get into it. I cannot get into it. Taking kids, to different boroughs to get injection, people. I mean, I said, God, please forgive me, because even though I wasn't the person that gave them the okay for that, but I'm the adult, and as a supervisor, sometimes they want the supervisor to go on these important appointments. And people, the things that I had to do, it was horrible. It was horrible. And I, in these facilities, they will come and brainwash you with their propaganda, their nonsense, their policy, which is unbelievable. So I said, listen, I don't have a problem following no one policy, because it's the job. I'm on the job for the 7 hours, 8 hours. I'm on their time, their policy. That's it. But as far as me supporting their policy, okay with it? No, I'm not okay with it. But I would not disrespect, the company that I work for, to be rude and disrespectful, misrepresent them. But when it comes down speaking for my character and my needs and myself, we should have meetings. I said, tell them, listen, this had nothing to do with the company policy. This is just my personal feelings and opinion. And we all entitled. And there was one doctor there, the psychiatrist, because she the one that used to do the in-service. Totally inappropriate. Total inappropriate what these people should do, trying to convince you, trying to brainwash you. And I'm a type of person that to my stick to it, no matter what. If I'm the only, I don't care. I'm going to stick to the truth, guys. That's the only thing we have in this world. The truth. That's all we have. And I can't even say the word no more. The word bond, word. What you call it? Word, like a word bond. You know what I mean? Your bond is your word, and that's what you say. And I just couldn't, continue in that career because it was very morally wrong what these people um with these kids. I see working in this system, I see the court system override the parents' right. Um, I see where the caseworkers they will go to court and like they are the child parent, represent the child because the parents lost custody because they were against what the system wanted planned for the child and they didn't want to sign certain documents and paper. So the system will go to the court and use these say these words, oh, for the welfare of the child, blah 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 blah. And the judge, once there's a child involved, the judge want the best, in the intent what you for the child, the best, the best, the best. So the judge will always, but sometimes, man, you have to be careful the things you have to be careful, guys. You have to be careful. So I mean, that's what I experienced. I mean, there's certain things I could definitely speak about, my job experience over the years. I won't call no company, but let me tell you something. It's all a game, guys. It's all a game. It's all a game. What I mean? Just be careful out there, guys. It's not everything you see. It's not everything you see is good for you, guys. It might look good, but you have to examine it. Just like I tell these people when it come down to you know, policies and rules and regulation, you have to know what the agenda, what they support, because you don't know certain things and you align yourself with it. That means you're okay with it. Then later on, oh, I didn't know. Do your proper research on everything, guys. Don't let these people come to you and tell you, oh, this, that, that, that. No. Do your homework. Do your research. It's there. Paper is there. It's there. History is there. You just have to know what the history that you're getting. And don't let nobody tell you, yeah, that no. History will tell you, and history repeat itself that I'm a firm believer that I don't believe everything that I hear on the news. I don't believe everything that I see in the newspaper because I know people, you know, do things behind the scene for their sole purpose gain because what they're doing it for. You know what I mean? So just be careful, guys. Be careful out there. You know what I mean? The new immigration, the laws and everything is changing, guys. You know what I mean? Under Trump, everything is changing. You know what I mean? Either change for the best. Is it for the best? Most likely it's probably for the best. We don't know. But all I know is this that with this new immigration thing, guys, with the new ICE, they need to do better, man. I believe Trump needs to take a step back and look at certain things what they're doing because it's affecting a lot of people. And you know who it's affecting, guys? Kids. Nobody's speaking about it, but kids. What about the kids? What about the kids? See, it's good, for the adults. Adults could adjust because you're adults. So, but what about a child that's going to suffer that trauma, man? What are you going to say to that child? And and the thing is that what the Trump administration really don't understand is like some of these parents are just want to give their kid the opportunity. That's all it is. The opportunity that they didn't have. And some of these people will sacrifice themselves for their kids. Okay. All right, I'll be here. You know what I mean? Oh, she gonna watch it with you? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. So what I mean? I'm not a I don't want people to come and get the wrong impression and say that oh, you're not supporting Trump or you're not supporting the Democrat, you're not supporting the Republican. Listen, guys, I'm no longer I support the truth and fairness. And we all know both parties, they are not fair. We know that politics are not fair. Or can we say everyone is unfair, not guilty? No, I'm not going to generalize it, but I know majority of the people that serve in the government, they really don't care. That's why I look at it. They don't care. It's a job. They don't care how we affect you. and they're doing a job, blah, 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 blah. But, 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 you're doing your job, but you also have to empathize, sympathize with people. Whenever you're working with people, see, whenever you work with people, man, you have to be nice to people, show people respect, because the same treatment that you give, you're gonna get back. And the way they're treating these people, like, oh, you could hear people talking. Sometimes you hear people talking on the bus if you're traveling on a bus or on the trail road, even at work, people talk. You know what I mean? Yeah, get rid of all of them because they're taking away from us in this country. They're taking our jobs, this and that. But if it wasn't for immigrants, where would America be today? That's the question. See, it's not that hard, people. There is nothing. That's the question I want to ask these politicians, and no one is. See, people want to ask them make themselves all the big questions like they intelligent question. No, it's the smallest things that matter, because people always talk about the big things for the overall picture, but it's the small thing that people overlook and not notice what the small things do to make the great and big things look attractive. So what I mean, it's everything come together, but it's the small things that counts. You know what I mean? What you when you buy a house, you look at the outside, but it's the foundation. It's the foundation that you want to make sure is secure. Because if the foundation is not secure, everything gonna fall. It might not fall today, but sooner or later it's gonna fall. So it's the same thing when it comes down to this immigration, man. I just think this program needs to be revised, looked at properly. Um, Not everyone you see that come here are in the United States or criminal. People come here, why? Because they want a opportunity to be successful, because they're saying the opportunity is not there in their country. That's all it is. They're saying the opportunity is not there. So if they decide to go to America, yeah, you know what, man, I see the opportunity. You see it. But when you don't see the opportunity, when you live in one of these foreign countries and you don't see the opportunity, man, all you see is like dim. You're not seeing the whole thing. And even when you come to America, the opportunity is there, but it's reachable. You understand? It's reachable. You could see it. You could visualize it. You see. But when you in another country, like you in Jamaica or we call it Trinidad, Venezuela, El Salvador, Costa Rica, all these Mexico, all these Spanish or whatever, wherever the world is big, and opportunity, people, opportunity, because the opportunity is not there. You don't see it, and that's what America do for people. It's not say they don't have an opportunity in the country. The opportunity here is more reachable and realistic, because back in their country, if you can't even see the opportunity, how are you going to get the opportunity? That's what I'm talking about. They don't see the opportunity in their country, so that's why they say some of these people will crawl on the wall, crawl over fence, hit you on plane in the wheel of the plane. Why? Because they want to come to America. Just the other day, we had a guy from Jamaica was up in the wheelbarrow, and there's two things could happen: you could suffocate or you freeze to death. That's the chance. That's the odds that what these people going against: life or death. And some people willing to take the chance. Why? Because of the opportunity that they could have, not for themselves, but it's for their kids, especially. Thank you, especially for their kids. So That is what America gives to people when you come here, the opportunity. And every person want to come here. Why? Because they could see the opportunity and reach out to it to make it come realistically. But if you in your country, you don't even see the opportunity. You don't see no way. You don't see it. And the only way you're going to be successful is probably a 1 in a billion. Little numbers. You understand? You do. So when you in America, you see opportunity, that opportunity increases probably 100 times, 1,000 times, probably more than that, probably like 100 times better. The opportunity you could achieve it is reachable, because one thing in this country, you have steps that you could follow to accomplish certain things, and people don't want to take the time out to be patient and take your time. Same thing. Same thing if you're in your own country. The opportunity is there. Take your time. Don't rush into it. But when it comes down to this country, I don't align myself. I do not agree with the deportation in a lot of ways, because mistakes are being made. A lot of mistakes. And no one is speaking about it, but thank God we have a couple news people like myself and other, network is covering it, because people need to know that just because, just because you see everything is going good with deportation, everyone is laughing about it, having a good time. But what is this doing to the kids, and what is this doing to the future generation? I mean, because if you deport all of these people out of the country, you're gonna have the same people in this country that don't have the knowledge or even nothing about in the country. They just come here. No, you want people to come here. You want people to succeed, because when foreigners succeed, America build up and succeed. That's what I'm going to get at too. So when I said there is no 100% foreign, it's true. All right. Okay. Good. 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 You know what I mean? So what? Are we okay how people are being deported, how the kids are being, traumatized? How would you feel? What are you going to tell this man that in Maryland, 29-year-old man got deported? What are you going to tell his son? How you think his son feel? Daddy was here last month, but I haven't seen daddy disappear. You haven't seen your son. You haven't tell your son you love him. You take him to school, going to the park for the time, you're spending quality time, hanging out. You're not doing that. Don't you think that affect the child? Don't you think that affect the child? See, that's what I'm saying. We the people have to speak up on a morally point of view, because no one is 100% American in this country, because we first of all, we came here, we stole the land from the native. We stole it. We brainwashed, manipulate, whatever we did. We took it from them. Now we have the land, and it come to the point. If we tell us, you gotta go. The Native American do not have a land for themselves. Or they have in Oklahoma getting kicked out. Live even though they don't pay no tax. But check this out. Under Indian Reservation, they were one of the highest alcoholic on this planet. They love to drink. So we all could sit here and say, yeah, Trump is doing a good thing, make America great again. To what extent? To what extent we're going to make America great again? To sacrifice the future of our kids? And don't you know the doctors and nurses? Let's get there now, since that's my field, the nursing field. And all I see is mostly Indian doctors, black doctors, and Asian doctors. We have Caucasian doctors. We know they're there. So my question is to Trump: if you want to sound like that, so that means you need to take away all the registered nurse that are foreigners, the doctors that are foreigners. What would you have? You will have an empty shell, worthless, don't have nothing to do, because if you take away all the Indian doctors, African doctors, including African, I said the black, and the Asian doctors and the Indian doctors, you take them away from this country, from the health field, what do you have? Nothing. And all of these doctors, yeah, they came here, they got to do classes and, boom, 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 because we know America do not give you all the credits. That's another thing, dude. They do not respect other country degrees. You have to come back and do certain classes, get certain credit for them to accept it. Let's keep it real. So if you take away all the doctors that are so-called foreigners, what America have? Nothing. 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 We don't have nothing, guys. Keep it real. Just like America tricked the native Indian, tricked them out of their own land. Now we got it. American got it. Now you want to do the same thing to another generation. That's what you're doing, the same thing in different form, but it's the same thing. So if you take away all the people in the health field that are Asian and black and Indian and take them away from the health field, what do America have? Nothing. Nothing. All the doctors we have in this country are mostly foreigners. No one want to speak about the truth. That's the problem. We are so caught up in the propaganda on parties, Democrat and Republican, and at the end of the day, and I always speak on that, you have a one ship, one bird. You always have a wing. What? For balance. You need the wing on the plane or whatever it is, the helicopter. There's such thing as a balance. You have two parties, but at the end of the party is one government. And the one government made of two bodies, and those two bodies agree. We see the one of the biggest trick that been told to us, that Democrat, Republican, oh, Republican, yeah, you want to go Democrat, no, Republican, yeah. Let me tell you something. Doesn't matter who's in presidency, the Democrat, Republican is one country that represent two parties. So, do you think one party going to give up their policy and morals for the other? No, because they both have the same morals and character, how the country's supposed to run. So at the end of the day, you could sit here and argue about Democrat, Republican. At the end of the day, they're all in the same bed in cahoots together. Plain and simple as that. So we as the people in this country, we have to do better. We have to, and the most important thing that I want to get out today is treat each human being with respect. That's the problem. That's where I want to get to. It doesn't matter where you come from on this planet, because there's one earth. And we all live on it. And the sad thing about it, when death comes, it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what status you are in life. It doesn't matter how much wealth you accumulated. It doesn't matter what your family name is. It doesn't matter how much you're worth. It doesn't matter nothing, because at the end of the day, all of us going back to the ground, naked, without nothing. And the only thing that we can bring into this next chapter is your heart. Whatever vibes you're rocking, positive or negative, that's define who you are. So we have to examine ourselves as a country and say, are we The sacrifice of human race, is it for the human race or for a certain group of people? Is this to benefit the whole race? No, it's not. It's to benefit a certain group of people. And when you don't have people that have that care and genuine love for another person as a human being, has nothing to do with color. We are caught up on labels and color, and that don't mean nothing. Because at the end of the day, guys, I am telling you, at the end of the day, you are responsible daily for what you do. Challenge at time, that is life. Each and every person will be held accountable. Maybe not in this lifetime. Maybe not in this lifetime, but the life to come. People say, oh, I don't believe that. You could believe everything you want to believe. And this is what I tell people. We were all in our mother womb, the unknown. We born and we came into this world. We live for a temporary moment in this time. But no one is saying that we're all human beings. That's what we're all human beings. That came from a different part of the world. The world is one place. There is no person here that, oh, you don't deserve to be here. We all deserve to be here as a human being, to treat each other with dignity and respect. And that's the problem in our society. People forgetting to treat someone like a human being, forgetting that person is a human being, and get caught up on titles, on name, position, wealth, and that, and not being real. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Appreciate it, everyone. We on for an hour and change. I don't be on long, guys. I just come on for an hour. You know what I mean? I thank everyone, you know what I mean? Oakley, I'm getting ready to go, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming back. Tell your friend, tell your family. You know what I mean? Tell everyone. I mean, let me get a screenshot of your my screen. So I want to keep your name. You know what I mean? Yeah, guys, I appreciate everyone coming on today. All right, I'm not going to be on long, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Make sure you press like, share. Just an hour. I've been on for an hour, guys. You know what I mean? I promised that I will come on, which I kept my word to come on, and just go with the vibes, guys. Go with the vibes. Just vibing today. Appreciate everyone that's liking the live. You know what I mean? Thank you for the likes. You know what I mean? We appreciate everyone that came on yesterday and today. And yeah, we appreciate it, guys. Appreciate everything. Appreciate it. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like, guys. All right, guys. Make sure you press like, share, and subscribe. And I'll probably put up a video later, guys. A video will be up. I'm gonna do some content today, so video will be up, guys. Thank you everyone for supporting the platform. Make sure you share, like, subscribe. Watching the video, share it. Tell a friend that is over here on YARDCHAT. And keep everything what I said, guys. That I will put up some new content this week. Content will come out, guys. We're gonna get I might go live later on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna speak to Tasha and see if she want to do a live. We're gonna see if she want to do a live today. So if I do a live right now, it's 3:21. Probably do a live around probably like 6 o'clock. Do another live. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll do a little shout out. Big up to all my people that are watching the podcast. So guys, thank everyone for coming on. Until later, guys. All right, one love.